speaking about the NA region.
It's not on purpose. It's just the results. All I'm saying is an EU team beat BDS beat NA's OXG on the A stream. You know, it was domination. They smashed them. I mean, Fox his own word. He said BDS owned them in that one. It was a strong performance from the reigning Gamers8 champions BDS on the A stream. But into the ban phase we go for this one. Villa, map 2, W7M versus CAG. Osa, Monty once again. Not really surprised. No team wants to let CAG have the Monty. So W7M, even though they're likely going to use it themselves at some point, are going to take it away. Not want to risk it. Valkyrie removed. Now, this is always the one that interests me. Will CAG ban away the mirror as they tend to do so? Or will this be one of the newer, higher impact defense operas that we've seen out recently? It's the Warden. Okay. So are we ready for Ying executes by any chance?
Yeah, well, you look at the bans that came through. I think so. You look at the way the CAG were playing on the last map. They're the team that's going to go into this one starting on defense. They like to use Ying, get rid of the Warden, and use it to your advantage a little bit later on in the day. Now, with W7M starting on attack, it does give CAG the opportunity to build up a couple of rounds here on teams.
Perfect synergy with the teams.
Yeah, there wasn't in the last game, though. There was somebody on CAG who didn't have the CAG skin, which is the best one in the game, by the way. I will openly say that one. I'm a huge fan.
You ever catch me in ranked? I've always got a CAG background on. That's simple.
No, you don't. You got the liquid one. What are you lying to chat for?
No, I don't have the liquid one on. I've got the CAG one on.
Why are you lying to chat, bro? Come on.
Later tonight, when we're stacking, I will show you that everything is the CAG skin on my account. I'll prove it to you.
My KD cannot take any more of a hit. I will not be stacking with you later, okay?
Yes.
I even saw someone in chat call you out. Someone in chat called you out for your ranked performances earlier.
I knew exactly who it was to call me out in chat earlier. And it's a bit rich from them. They're the biggest elo troll I've ever seen. So,
no, I want to say something straight away, though.
Okay,
now that we're in this round. We're seeing one of the new gadgets in use, right? The observation blocker. And look at the positioning of it from CAG. It tells me they're going to play somebody on red stairs straight away. They've put it across that red stairs. It's going to go across Bookcase and Wolf, meaning anybody swinging that way or using a drone from that direction won't be able to see them playing on red. It's a gadget that I really like. I still don't think we've found the perfect usage for it, but it's a good addition to the game.
I think so as well. I mean, right. I've not seen it utilized to its best. Thing is, it's a very situational secondary gadget to bring. Are you better off at proxies or BPs? Mostly. But if you have a unique strategy, for example, Logi Hatch on Clubhouse, that might be an area where it's useful. Don't know how impactful it's going to be here on Villa. Early damage done to Black Ray, an aggressive fight towards Herds inside a master bedroom. Nothing connects now. Do you see that zigzag you're talking about? That does give them a little bit of freedom. That little square, so you have to invasively drone to get that information. But Philippox doesn't need that. He's going to be able to collect one and likely a second for free down below inside of Art. Annington very low. There's a shotgun to work with in the mute jammer, causing a bit of disruption on the Inox goggles of Jackal.
Yeah, take off the glasses, Philippox. Focus on your ones. But again, why is there 3 players down by Art? You know, this is just CAG doing CAG things.
CAG slaying, so why not?
Yeah. So Anatun's like, you know what? I'm low HP. I'm going to play my life. KZ will say, okay, well, if you're going to play it, I'm going to take it. And now they've got a great opportunity. Whoa. That nade, although it doesn't pick up kill, it does get rid of that Kiba barrier, which gives them a one-way to play, looking over towards red stairs again. So they're doing a lot of pressure onto this CAG hold. Now, you've got yourself a 5 versus 3, but again, in this scenario, you cannot get too confident, because if you give CAG an opportunity, we've seen Shibisu do it a few times already, they can make the sides even pretty quickly.
All it takes is a single engagement to go their way, and the strong can get open wide up. Again, they still got a lot of control to work with, and a shot like that's perfect! JV92 falls. One more for CAG, and we're level. What a clean shot. Herds might be able to walk in, but the Fenrir mine will slow this down and make that a very awkward engagement. Decides to prone on in, slithers and crawls, but it does not matter. Chips through the MP7, finds it and connects perfectly. 20 seconds, and surely CAG can hold the line now. Nade, next man to step up, and KZ has a great angle deep inside a vault, and this case should go down unless something goes criminally wrong for the side of W7M. The cover looks good, but BlackRay's on the flank and finds a second in the round. This is cracked wide open. The player on Saudi Esports critical to this, and this fight so important. That's down now to Suzu C all alone and caught out by that rotation held by KZ. W7M find the opening run on Villa, but for CAG, a very, very thin margin of defeat that round.
Yeah, and they did a good read. They realized that there was nobody left inside of Aviator. So once you open up that wall to study and you can see Vault, and if you get a player behind the door, it's pretty much over. There's no way that CAG can get back in. We did see the attempted flank by BlackRay going around the side, but if we're being honest, once you hold that cross and you have the players in that position, it's so difficult for the defensive side to win. Again, BlackRay gave them the chance. That's what I was speaking about. They always find a way to give themselves a chance in a round, but I think getting over the line can be a bit of a problem sometimes. So, look, they're taking the winner's mindset. It's like, you know what? We played that site. We move to the next one. Win or not, we go to our next opportunity. We go to Trophy Statue. Looking at the CAG setup again. Remember we spoke about how they do things that are in the meta, but they do it with a different set of operators, or they do it, you know, with operators people don't expect to see. Well, they're doing the standard Trophy Statue setup, but when you look at the lineup they have, they're bringing a Castle. You know, they've brought the Frost, they've brought the Fenrir, which is important, and they're bringing Jaeger instead of like a Wamai. So same overall, or same strategy at an optical level, but there's a lot of differences with how they're going to do it with the people that they have.
Okay, interesting take, Gibby.
Didn't listen to a word I said, did you?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. For a brief moment, I looked down. I see there's a conversation in chat talking about who's the GOAT of all time. Best of all time in Siege. Obviously, it's Anaton. Simply put. Conversation ended with that. BlackRay will refresh to keep a barrier the moment it's destroyed, reinforcing that position and holding on more control. Looks at aggressive and try and find a pick on this window and sees the head as the player crosses. Very aggressive hold from CAG, but I think it might be wise to ease off that pressure for a little bit.
Yeah, and look, when you have people like Azami, you can, you know, go back, wait for another one to pop up and create that pressure again, and that's what they've done. That nade, hurts. You had no right. He had no right to do that, but he did. And now Akrali is going to go and try to do the same thing. Steps up into position, and he's going to hold the window, but he's complete. I suppose the Castle allows him to do this, but again, I'm a little bit worried for CAG in this round.
A very aggressive decision, but honestly, BlackRay sees just a small bit of opening. He goes, oh, what's under here? Is it a member of W7M? Oh no, it was hers. A massive misplay, perhaps again, overzealous. And Akrali so wants to get aggressive on that window. Really wants to get aggressive. But I don't think that's the right thing to do right now. You have one player lost, or you've lost one player on the board. Just be patient, wait. You can play the time right now, as W7M are going to hold you and know you're likely to overextend just like that. Nade collects a freebie, and while CAG, you need to slow down. You can't swing everything all the time.
But they will. This is the way that they play. There's KZ getting another kill. Anaton trades it back inside bathroom, but there's KZ to get another one. Anaton adds another to his tally as he gets the double on the round. But at this point, it's over. KZ wins it out as he gets a big round by his standards. And just like that, W7M take a 2-0 lead. And you were talking about, you know, the GOAT conversation as people in chat about it. KZ's on, he's on his way. He is one of the best players in the world. Statistically, last year, people were so far off his stats. Well, they were close, but he was by far and away statistically one of the best players in the world last year. Didn't have an amazing last map by his standards, but this map at the start, this is more like the KZ we expect to see.
I agree. I think when KZ's, you know, hangs up the mouse, you really look back, and I think saying, right, obviously it's very difficult to say, oh, who is bottom? Too many metrics to follow that one. Too much in that discussion. But like a Mount Rushmore of Siege players, I think you could almost say you could carve his face in that one because his career is on that trajectory so far. Such a dominant player in his region, now internationally. W7M look to be a team that could even form a dynasty as well.
And look at the way that they're doing it, right? Semi-final in Jönköping, final at SI, and then they won the major in Copenhagen. And Gamers8 will be a nice little boon to their tally as well if they can go ahead and win it here and there. But the thing is, this is still CAG they're playing. You could be 2-0 up on attack, and then all of a sudden, within a minute and a half, 2 rounds are over, and CAG have pulled you back twice because you just don't know what they're going to do. Again, they've got a player down by Piano and Arts. It's not something you see teams do a lot of, but Black Gray's trying to make a play. A lot of people might get annoyed. My mindset is if a player backs themselves and they're trying to make a play, I will always back them and never give out about it. If Black Gray gets a kill, it's down to him doing it for himself.
Okay, I like that. I do like that attitude. I'm a big fan of players backing themselves. Anaton with the Thorn Shotgun. This is a very strong combination. Do not knock it until you see the GOAT at work. Anaton, of course, being the GOAT in that conversation. The Thorn, those razor clamps, can really give you a lot of space. Forces them out of position. You force them to make a snap decision. And that shotgun is pinpoint destructive. As heard, pinpoint precise bullets to find Acrylic on the opening pick for W7M. And that basically wheels top for control. And they can work their way through this vert.
Big problem now in looking at the utility as well, with hers creating a little bit of vertical control. He and KZ can start dropping those nades down through the banisters and barricades as well to attempt to find another kill. Looking at the way they're spread, right, KZ has just decided, you know what, I'm going to step right in towards sight. Takes a little bit of damage from the Thorn, but none the worse for wear. Steps back out into Laundry. It was a nice attempt to make a play, but he didn't overextend himself. Got back into Laundry when he realized there wasn't a freebie there for him.
Wise choice. Wise choice. Number advantage. That's what W7M need to play around. Now, it's going to sound boring, but they can trade their way to victory. So they want to play together, play as a unit, and basically force CAG into these difficult positions where they really find themselves vulnerable. Hertz can still work through more verticality, but I don't think they need that. There's a lot of pressure inside of living room, and if they can deal with that, that could be a massive boon for this round. Anton's still down below, lurking in the basement around pantry, and well, they thought about it. They were tempted to push in, but the doors cracked open. That's another thing for the Thorn to think about, but still working on these stairs, waiting for W7M to make their move.
What buff did they give Thorn 2 days ago?
1.5.
Yeah, so CAG will still use the M870. Why not? KZ will get a kill as it's execute time, but there is the swing, and it's actually going to be the machine pistol. Suzu C gets one as well. Anaton playing inside of Pantry now. Suzu C swinging back around the other way, but they are playing by Tetris. Suzu C is going to go DBNO, but Anaton steps into cover once more. Stuns, going to be completely blinded, steps on up, and JV92 gets the double to win the round. But yeah, Thorn's got a 1.5. Why use the M870?
Clearly does not believe that 1.5 should be a balancing tool. I think that's what that is.
But Reddit said it's good now.
Do you? Okay. Well, no, it is good. It's a very good. That 1.5 is very good. We saw it was very, very strongly utilized by, I believe, Gomez for M80 as well as Benja for G2 in that previous game on the stream. But alas, we must look towards what we have ahead of us, and W7M have claimed the 3rd round victory in a row, and it was done in a very clean, very concise fashion. Can they continue this momentum rolling on the offensive villa? Which, again, this map tends to favor the defense, so for CAG, for all the supporters in chat, even including me, beginning to get a little bit scared about how this match might play out.
Yeah, it's 3-0 W7M, and honestly, CAG have shown glimmers that they can win rounds on defense here, but the Raging Bulls, well, CYCLOPS were trying to be the Matadors, and you know what do Matadors have? They're flamboyant, they're fun to watch, which is exactly what CAG are, but this Raging Bull isn't going to be tricked by any towels, any sheets being held out by the side. They go straight for the kill, and that's what they've been doing so far in this fixture.
I was going to say, Gibby, normally the Matadors are good at dodging the ball, you know? They have the little red tarp they go away, and they're stopping that. I think they've been a little bit late on timing every time when they went to dodge the ball so far. Some of them have been in complete control of this area.
Yeah, Anaton went maybe for a peek down at the bottom by the bathroom as well, but nothing found this time. But look, CAG are sticking to their guns. They're still playing in aggressive positions, but when you're attacking this site, you have a pretty good idea of where everybody's going to be. So, you know, realistically, some of the defenders might try flank up later on in the round or play inside trophy. There's Black Ray getting his kill, so that's a good start for CAG. Now, If you're Blackray, you have two options: fall back or stay aggressive. I say stay aggressive. Herd says go back to the lobby for the next round. 4 versus 4 now. Make that 4 versus 3. Nade's going to add one as Habana pushes in. Nade's in the middle of sight. Yep, why not? Gets another kill for himself. And the two CAG defenders are below. But there is a pulse. And the C4 is still in the pocket, so there's still a chance.
There is still a chance, and it won't be able to do. Oh, it goes through the pool table, right? CAG have a lifeline. Arculi finds that the flank isn't going to be good as Herds catches Anton on that rotation, and now ascending the main stairs. It's going to be a difficult fight. Does win it though. JV 92 falls, and that's going to be a chance for CAG. But Arculi's HP, well, it leaves a lot to be desired. Only around a single point. Will drop that mirror, goes for a deep rotation. Denies the plant. No, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Arculi finds a lifeline. 1 HP and a dream, and CAG find their opening round on Villa.
I am confused. He pops the mirror and swings, which is fine. That's not the thing that's confusing me. He pops the mirror, and the player that was covering behind the bomb chassis walked into study, and the player who was putting down the case just stayed planting by the couch in line of the mirror. Amazing clutch by Arculi, but again, W7M, how do you let him do that?
I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, Gibby, with that one. Wow.
Well, it's CAG.
Yeah, you know what? Do you think it's fair if we chalk that one up, that round, to CAG?
Yeah. Brilliant play. Look, we're not taking it away. That was incredible clutch. Really well played.
Right. And massive individual skill set to be able to win those gunfights. Great decision making. Pop the mirror, aggressively go for that rotate, and find the diffuser. Gifted. Take those freebies when they're given to you. And a great reaction. Great read. The peak from Heddles would be so instantaneous. Very well done indeed. And can get themselves their opening round here on Villa. It means it's not going to be a flawless 6-0 half for W7M, and that's perhaps momentum that they can build on. Trophy, statue, next side of choice, and I beg CAG to play a little bit more passive, a little bit more reserved, because last time out on this site, they overextended. They peaked too much, especially towards that master bedroom window. Just play the clock a little bit more, and I think you can see another round or two go for CYCLOPS.
I still can't get over the fact that C4 hit as well. He was planting on top of the pool table. It shouldn't have taken him down, but it did.
So, I believe, right, what happened in that position was he was a little bit, top-down view, he was a little bit to the right-hand side of the pool table, and the C4 wasn't directly underneath either. It was off to the side. So, just about would have been in that radius of the explosion, just. So, I think that was a very, very lucky C4 to find it, but a great moment from CAG, and well, some early damage done to Blackray, who was once again aggressive inside a master bedroom.
And again, I love it. I'm a big fan of it. Anaton playing below, as we always tend to use this phrase, the conduit of information. So what that means, he plays below. Not only does he have a C4, but he can tell the rest of the CAG players, okay, there's 3 people pushing in through master bedroom. You've got this player pushing in through here. It's really valuable intel. Now, when you look at the way CAG are playing this, they're playing so aggressive inside of master bedroom, and this is what happens whenever you raise your head a little bit too high. Sometimes it gets knocked back down. Herds will step directly into sight again, falls back once more as he realizes, you know what? Let's get the breach open. We've got full control now of statue side. Now, if you can clear the player playing on top of Astro, you give yourself a massive chance of just stepping in and sticking that plant. But again, W7M not getting baited into pushing too fast.
The C4 threat below is going to be an issue. They still have one available. That's on Kaida. Curly looks to get aggressive inside a bathroom and finds a freebie to KZ. 4 versus 4. Anton's now upstairs, so that pulse is going to be a relay information, and I imagine the Kaid's going to stay upstairs. So no more treacherous floorboards for W7M to deal with. And oh my, yes. Villapox looks to do that rappel down skylight. We call that a yardie. And will he get it done? Just waiting for that moment, waiting for his team to make the call. Smokes are sent, and it's time to get this going. 60 seconds as the rappel is happening. Can CAG read into this one? W7M get one as Nade lands that shot. I will try and steal it. No, he doesn't rappel. Drops the wolf window, and the case goes down.
So now Anatun, playing the pulse, needs to try to recreate that Oracle magic. Shibisu manages to find one. Anatun another. It's a 2 versus 2 now, but it's still a post-plant situation. You've got about 22 seconds to find the kills. Herds is going to find another one now, leaving it all down to Anatun. We had a pulse clutch in the last round. We're not going to get it this time. Nade pulls one of his own, and it's a round win. Now, yes, I share your disappointment. We didn't get the Yardi, but there's a little lineup that you can get where you time the Candela and you bounce it off that specific brick. It lands inside of trophy side, blinding the players there, which allows you to step through the breach, step in through concrete, and get the case down in default. It's a lineup that you can do. As I said, I'm disappointed that we didn't see the Yardi, but it was a really good execute from W7M.
Yeah, I mean, pinpoint precision on that lineup. The smokes, the Candelas go perfectly. And we saw Habana basically walk in, find a pick, and stick the case there and then. Great decision making from W7M. They resume regular reviewing. They get the round win and move to that 4-1 advantage. CAG will move themselves now to the defense of the kitchen. Can they make this one stick and get themselves one more round on this defense?
I want them to. I want CAG to build some momentum. You know, I think we're pretty safe to say it's very likely now that they'll be going into that lower bracket matchup tomorrow. But at the same time, I think that they've got a chance in that game. You know, it's two sides. They're going to be playing a side that didn't perform well. You know, on the A stream, the teams that played the loss there did not live up to the billing whatsoever. And, okay, I'm a fan. I really like what they're cooking here. And this could go huge for Black Ray if Anatun can bait Nade to just step up onto that little walkway. If he can get there and Anatun gives the call, Black Ray is a going swinging.
I just love that you can see them theory craft. It's like, all right, okay, Black Ray, wait, I'm gonna give you the call. Almost time, almost, and you can feel it. No, the drone spots it out, so instantly decide, nope, okay, nope. The jig is up. We can't do it anymore. Back to normal defense. As normal as CAG can do, as Hercule is so tantalizingly close. How dangerous is this living life on the edge? That comes through the window and sends it out, but caught by Astro Repel. Philippox finds that almost a freebie, and we wave goodbye to Solace, one of those high impact defensive ops.
I saw you die like that in ranked yesterday. You were walking with your back to Astro window as it got open.
I don't know. I clutched up big when I needed to.
Do I need to get Pengu to bring the clip up?
No. Listen.
4-1 is the score. I'm going to move it on. I'm not going to go too hard on you as Anatun manages to get it back to a 4 versus 4.
You be calling me out for a ranked. Shame on you.
You do it to me all the time.
Yeah, but it's funny when I do, because you've got 0.3 KD. As KZ's deep inside a site, we'll find the pick towards Memo. Suzuzi falls. Well, it's not going to be a second. As a trade fountain, a C4 tossed out to underneath the bathtub. So making a little bit of a jacuzzi with an aggressive bubble as Herds looks to creep around upstairs and still crack open that door. Nade inside of laundry could be a high impact. The prone holes prove to be a little bit of a puzzle to solve.
Gridlock as well being used by W7M to lock down any late flanks. As you can see, concrete has been covered, as has bathrooms. So you're investing in the future of the round here by bringing Gridlock. Nade will bide and wait in position. So as you can see, Philippox and Nade, they're going to drone. They're going to wait for Herds to get into position to go for this execute. Now Herds is in position, and well, as soon as he gets into it, he's taken down, but now W7M can't wait. You got to move on without him. 3 versus 2. The push is coming from Laundry. There's an angle being held from way back. There's Philippox getting one through the wall. 2 versus 2 now. 30 seconds to go. More Gridlocks being thrown as smoke as well. And W7M, they're going for the plant.
Nothing CAG can do. There's no utility sent to this, and the cover is good. Not even needed, but Nade's gonna fall. Leave me an all down to Philippox for 1 versus 2. He's gonna be able to find one and a second. CAG caught up and in a mess of track stingers placed by the Gridlock, distracted in that key moment, and W7M get themselves a 5th round here on Villa.
Didn't want to go home on day 1 like last year. technically couldn't go home on day one because the lower bracket matchup for this one is tomorrow, but Philippe Box wins the round.
Well played. Very well played indeed. And nicely done. Unfortunately for CAG, both of them got distracted by the track stingers on the ground. And, well, it was kind of, you know, Philippe Box swings around and goes, no, you ain't winning this round. I'm not losing a 1v2. And gets it to that position. W7M 2 rounds away from locking out the series and the map of Villa. CAG moved to the offense. And this is where, well, you're going to see CAG do CAG things. Black Ray has swapped on to the Blitz. Ying in play. Finally. You're very excited for that one.
I am. It's if you can't get Anatun on Monty, get Black Ray on Blitz.
I think it's just as good.
It is. Like, honestly, I think it is so good. Obviously, we're not going to get to see the 1-2 punch of Monty and Blitz being used that CAG like to bring. But again, it's going to have a high impact. But again, when Black Ray brings Blitz, he usually has somebody playing on his shoulder as well. So if he does go down getting aggressive, he will always be able to get traded back. So look for CAG trying to do that. Now, you're on attack. You're 5-1 down. You're CAG. I would say try the hyper-aggressive push. You're not going to win the game from this point, but see if you can upset W7M really early.
That's the key. I think CAG need to hunt for that opening engagement, whether that's using that blitz, using that shock and awe, or it's finding it elsewhere across the map. But I don't feel like that's necessarily even in the strat bowl for this one. They're going to go fast, they're going to go direct, and they're going to try and upset W7M very early in this round. And I really am looking forward to see what they've cooked up in the CAG kitchen.
Well, that's the question. Black Ray is going to get on the drone, looking to see what happens. He's in position down by Art, but he's going to rappel on up. Black Ray's going to go through the window, isn't he? He's going to go through the window. Nope, never mind. But he is planning to go straight through that door whenever the signal comes. The stuns will go through from Ying, and he decides he's going to go towards me instead. Anatun is able to find one. Black Ray sprints towards site, gets the defenders back turned, which is exactly what you want to do on the blitz. But he is going to get taken down. JV92 with the double. Chibisu is going to drop as well. It's a 4 versus 2 now. Acrylate is still on 90 on rappel, a little bit too far behind the rest of the push. W7M know exactly where he is, but he's going to hit the head. It's a 3 versus 1. 1 minute and 20 seconds on the clock. Acrylate, wait, give yourself a second now. Don't push. Wait till you get your stim. You've got the ability to use it, but no. You know what, CAG? Just do your thing. There we go. There we go.
That's what I like. That's also going to get that debuff gone away as well. Now, surely we're not going to see a second 1 versus 3. No, Acrylate, don't do this to me. Don't give me hope again. 1 versus 1. These flashbangs are good as well. And no, the shotgun from downtown. It's a trade. But W7M on the defense get the dub anyway. Oh, so close to a second massive clutch from CAG. However, with that round loss, that means one thing, plain and simple. Map, match, and series point now sits with W7M. Can they keep their run in the upper bracket alive? And will they send CAG to that lower bracket right here, right now?
Well, that is a decision that they are going to try to make themselves for CAG. CAG, of course, have different things in mind. The W7M defense, they're bringing Mira. They're going to put the Mira window on that side, which means that you can hold the vault in through closet, which means, in reality, you're forcing the attackers to vault in that bathroom window instead. So that's the whole point of putting the Mira window in this position. By putting the castles up on those 2 windows as well, you're stopping utility from being thrown onto the soft side of the wall that Mira is going to be playing behind. And it also means that Mira can play a little bit more safer. And that if you want to play someone in beside where Nate is standing right now, over by Trophy, they don't have a clean line of sight from the master bedroom window at all. So that's why the Castle Mira strat works pretty well over on this side of the map.
Oh, one more round, Gibby. One more round is all W7M need. And it would be somewhat sad if our very first time on the mic for CAG ends like this. It would be so rapid, so quick. But that's kind of in character for our favorite team from APAC. Falling with an entry way down below, Black Ray will drone it out and see what control they can find. but I do feel it's a little bit too late for CAG to make much of an emphasis of this matchup. I think W7M have complete control at this point.
We'll say this, though. You and I have casted a couple of big comebacks in Gamers8 in the past.
That is true. Last year, SSG Liquid, that was a huge one. Falcons Wild, that was another massive one last year that we got on the mic for. So maybe, just maybe.
There's always a chance. This is Siege, you know, it's that sort of way. I always believe the mindset of best of threes and best of fives are the best type of games to play because the best team will always win. In a best of one, anything can happen. Now, JV92 still is playing by Astro. CAG are going to push in from below. Looking at the two operators that are pushing in from below, you've got nades aplenty. So Ackrily has a couple in the back pocket. So does Blackray. Anatun the same. So they're going to try and be explosive in this round, if you pardon the pun. And I think they're going to push up Astro stairs aggressively at some point.
Opening pick's gonna go for Anatun. Finds the nade. CYCLOPS find a second nade with Blackray. F charges detonate the feet of W7M and two bodies fall. Huge advantage early. Perhaps there's still just a little bit of life left in the team from Japan. 60 seconds and change. What's next on this scoring? Well, JV92 decides to write the end script for Ackrily and sends him to observation.
Chibisu still holding that side window and master bedroom on the southern side, hoping to get a freebie, but Philippox isn't going to get that aggressive. They've forced now CAG to push from study. And funny enough, W7M have the answer. They've held everybody back. It's almost as if they read the fact that when they shut down the push from below, you'll force them to push through study. So Nade is in position, and with the castle, you're forcing them now to push this way as well. Anatun is going to step inside. The beeper revealing his position. Nade will step across. There's the kill. 3 versus 3. Back in the hands of W7M. Fleetbox, Nade, all holding angles, waiting for something to happen. Blackray is going to skip a step and go past Nade, but he will peek through that zombie door in a few seconds. But this is a big fight. Fleetbox gets one, JV92 gets the other, and it's so long. Good night. W7M advancing the upper bracket, and dropping down to the lower bracket will be CAG. But it was still a fun one to watch.
I mean, that's what we're here for. It's like you're watching an action blockbuster summer release movie. You know the script, you know what's going to happen, but you're there for the ride, and that's what CAG gave to us today. They go to the lower bracket. They will face elimination tomorrow.